So, how's everybody doing?
All good, right?
Okay, let me get you guys awake a little bit. How's everybody doing? Great. Did everybody have the snacks or lunch or breakfast today? Yes, no? Everybody? Anybody who didn't have any meal all day? I see no hands. But you know what? 35% of our world population did not get a meal this morning. 35%, almost 3 billion people. Out of that, almost 500 million are children less than 5 years old. And we say food is a human right. Still, 500 million children less than 5 years old do not get proper meals during the day. And that is a huge problem that we have globally. The United Nations have been working on the Sustainable Development Goals and zero hunger being number 2. But unfortunately, even as we are in 2025, our hunger rates are in where we were in 2005. It has gone back from 2015. And a lot of it is because of the geopolitical situation that we see around the world, the wars we are seeing around the world. We've had the pandemic, the cost of food and inflation has gone up drastically. And it is a crisis. We say we are out of the pandemic of COVID, but we are in a pandemic of food insecurity. We are in the pandemic of hunger. And that is a reality, unfortunately. I was so impressed hearing the philosophy of your nation, and I didn't, pardon my ignorance, I didn't know about it before we heard you speak. But it's fantastic. And I think there are countries that has done brilliance in supporting their communities that we need to talk about more. We know Brazil has done a fantastic job on zero hunger, and there is other countries. Ethiopia has done a little decent job on zero hunger. Finland, if you look at, Sweden, if you look at, there are countries who has done massive work around zero hunger. However, the developed countries are slacking behind. In United States today, one of the richest country in the world, 13% of their population do not have enough food. 13% in the United States. And they have all the money in the world. Canada is not that behind. It's little over 11%. And these are the developed countries, and the numbers are very similar in Britain, France, Germany. You speak about all the countries. The developed countries is a similar problem. So what is the problem? Why is developed countries having enough resources still not able to provide the basic human right for their communities? And I think one of the biggest problem, and this is just my personal opinion, is developed countries in a lot of cases do not really recognize the problem head on. Whenever we are talking of hunger and poverty, the first thing that goes to many people's mind is that poor hungry kid sitting in Africa or Asia. That's the first image that goes in your mind. Does it show you that there is this kid sitting in front of White House and begging for food or money? Is that the vision anybody gets? No, they don't. Because we don't have that narrative out there. And unless and until we recognize a problem, we can never solve the problem. So the key is recognizing the issue of hunger in developed countries. And that is something that we all should embrace. Secondly, we always say that yes, we can always point our fingers at the government policies needs to be there. Absolutely correct. But who chooses the government? Each one of you, by giving your votes. So ask the right question. In Canada, unfortunately, we see there is a huge apathy. People don't go out and vote enough. And if you don't go out and vote, how can we sit there and complain that our country is going down the drain? And that's the same problem in the US and a lot of developed countries where we take democracy as our right, we don't go out and vote. So I'm saying this very timely because I hear the Canadian elections are coming within the next month. And Australia, I heard, is another election coming very soon. So I'm putting this out very timely. It's time to go and vote to elect a government who's going to actually be there for your community, be there for the most vulnerable. I represent an organization called the Feed Scarborough, Also, it's called the Zero Hunger Project, which works globally on food insecurity and food security. So please follow us. Follow me on sumanroy.ca and zerohungerproject.com. Thank you very much.